First at 6, WPBF 25 News investigates. When someone commits a crime or in a mental health crisis, who decides whether they are criminally responsible? Good evening, and thanks for joining us here at 6 o'clock. I'm Todd McDermott.
And I'm Felicia Rodriguez. Last night, we showed you the case of Luke Cahill, accused of calling in a bomb threat while inside a psychiatric unit. His attorney says he was legally insane and should never have been charged. Tonight, investigative reporter Terry Parker looks at the bigger picture and the growing debate over where illness ends and accountability begins. Terry?
Right. I talked to the defense attorney who says he is outraged that this case is even being prosecuted. And I also talked to the Palm Beach County Sheriff who says mental illness doesn't guarantee a pass to avoiding trial. We also looked not only at this case of the bomb threat, but also the recent murder conviction of the man who was found guilty in the stabbing death of a 14-year-old Palm Beach Gardens boy. Last year, a bomb threat shut down the West Palm Beach Police Department and nearby roads for hours. Police traced the call back to Luke Cahill, who was inside a locked psychiatric unit at JFK Hospital under a Baker Act. His attorney argues prosecutors should have dropped the case immediately because doctors on scene at the time of the call had diagnosed Cahill as psychotic.
I've always thought this was a horse with a broken leg that the state attorney's office should have put down a long time ago, and because they are not making any decisions, they did not use their discretion in this case, and this case is an absurdity that continues.
The state attorney's office declined to comment. Palm Beach County Sheriff Ric Bradshaw says mental illness does not automatically erase responsibility.
So the fact of the matter remains is this person thought through it and made that call. So now it's up to whoever's going to go in front of this judge to say, we think that she should be prosecuted or we should not, right? And let the judge make the decision.
Bradshaw says the system is designed so a judge, not law enforcement, makes the final determination. But Bradshaw also acknowledges the pressure on the system.
Yes, we treat about between 300 and 400 people a day with psychotropic drugs. We have a dedicated mental health ward, but it's full all the time. I think the capacity is like 90. It's continually full.
The Palm Beach County Jail, he says, is now the largest mental health provider in the county, a role he says it was never meant to play.
I don't trust my lawyers. I'm firing them and I'll be my own lawyer.
That tension between treatment and prosecution played out publicly in the Semi Williams murder trial. Williams displayed erratic behavior in court, tried to fire lawyers, he interrupted proceedings, but he was ruled competent and was convicted of the lesser charge of second-degree murder, disappointing the father of 14-year-old victim Ryan Rogers. Bradshaw cautions against assuming bizarre behavior equals legal insanity.
You got to be careful when you see people doing things like he was doing. It's easy to put that on, all right? So you can't say, oh, because he's jumpy or because he's making some statements that are irrational, that makes him unfit to be there and he needs to go somewhere else.
Cahill's attorney sees the Williams case very differently.
The state hired an expert and paid them, and they determined he wasn't insane. And so he went to a full jury trial where he was absolutely insane and demonstrated his insanity to the jury and actually showed how crazy he was. And after all that work, they got a second-degree murder conviction, which I don't know whether or not they thought that was worth all the efforts they put into it, because that could have been resolved without that.
In the end, both sides agree mental illness is real. They just disagree on what the justice system should do about it.
So it really depends on the severity of the issue that we're talking about.
This is a problem because our justice system is designed to punish the guilty, not the insane.
And Cleary tells me that he believes his client Cahill will be found not guilty by reason of insanity and wind up in some sort of psychiatric treatment that he says could have been avoided without all the time and resources spent on prosecution. Bradshaw says these cases need to be decided one by one, depending on what type of crime has been committed and how severe it is. Terry Parker, WPBF 25 News.
And a reminder, you can see Terry Parker's investigations every Thursday evening right here on WPBF 25 News at 6 o'clock. And you can watch her past coverage anytime by going to WPBF.com or downloading our free WPBF 25 News app. Just look under the Investigate tab.